Welcome to the Level Up Podcast. Our goal is that by listening to our podcast, you will be inspired to level up. With the help of some amazing guests, we'll be inspired by some inspirational success stories and find out how you can level up your business, your life, and your relationship with yourself. Because I know that by leveling up and balancing these three aspects of your life, you can make a difference and impact the lives around you. Level Up Podcast will be a series of interviews featuring successful professionals who are making a mark and a difference in their lives and others. They will share their incredible stories of how they did it, so you can be inspired and learn from the very best.
Hey there, I'm Bertha Carmona. I'm thrilled to have you here at Level Up. I've been on this podcasting journey for quite some time now, and I'm a little under the weather today, so bear with me. My voice is a little rough today. But whether your first time here or you've been listening to the podcast for a while, and I just wanted to take a moment to share a little bit about who I am and why am I so passionate about creating this podcast. This show has become a labor of love, a platform where we dive into inspiring stories. We share valuable insights, we create space for great conversations, and whether you're familiar with the background or you're hearing it for the first time, I invite you to join us in this journey. Let's explore, let's get to know each other a little more. There's so many beautiful stories that we had the opportunity to, go through, and just listening to them has inspired me. Creating this podcast and just bringing different backgrounds and different people into the space and let them share their background and where they came from, and see if that could be an inspiration for one of you to maybe one day decide, hey, if he can do it, maybe I can do it too. So for me, it's all about creating connections, fostering understanding, and of course, having a good time along the way. We laugh a lot about during the interviews that I have. So thank you for being part of this community. Let's dive in. As you know, I am Bertha, originally from Mexico. And when I came, I was 18 years old. One of the first barriers I remember having to face was the language barrier. But I was determined. I said, you know what? I came this long. I am going to make sure that I learn English. So obviously the first thing that I needed to do was learn language. So I enrolled myself in English classes, and I was determined to learn and become familiar with the language, being able to communicate with others. And that was the first thing I needed to overcome. So fast forward 2007, during the recession, I don't know if you recall, market crash, what everybody calls it, I discovered my passion for real estate, especially on the lending side. I love numbers, and I saw the possibility of helping others understand the process of buying a home. Even though it was a scary time, I have 2 little ones at that time, I figured out a way to keep myself going. Even though when everybody else was exiting the business, I got into the business. Scary, exciting, a little bit of all at the same time. My biggest thing was my focus of helping our Hispanic community understand the process of owning a home. I remember sitting down with families that were scared. They didn't know what to do next. Some of them were losing their homes. So when they were ready to buy a home, I specifically have one family that comes to mind right now. I remember sitting with them with their 2 teenagers, and they were scared. They didn't know what was going to happen to their home. Luckily, the bank was able to help them modify. They still have today the house. And now the funny thing is those kids are buying their home, because at that point they were like 50. Now they're in their 30s. So now they're the ones coming back to me asking, okay, now I'm ready to buy my home. And just seeing that opportunity that I had to make an impact on that family has really helped me stay on this business. I always believe that our community needs a lot of guidance, holding sometimes they call it, but it's because we don't know what to do. We're in a different country. We don't know what the laws are. We don't know what the process is. So our Hispanic community, it's huge. Once you help one family, that goes and tells 10 others. So I am so blessed to be able to be in a business where we help, guide, and show the possibilities of owning a home. Another thing that I've done, and this is again families that I help, hundreds and hundreds of families over the last 15, 16 years, it's how to start investing in real estate. I remember one family specifically had one home. From that primary home, we were able to take some of the equity and buy the first investment, then the second, then the third, then the fourth. That particular family nowadays has 10 properties. So again, planting the seed that it is possible, I think for me it's huge. And we have that opportunity in real estate just helping them and guiding them through the process so they can see the bigger picture. It is possible. So they never let anyone tell you it isn't, because I've seen it firsthand, and I've seen families from very, very low incomes being able to achieve financial freedom through real estate. So I believe in real estate 100%. One of the biggest things I realized over the years, as I mentioned earlier, that I got lucky enough to be exposed to leaders and mentors and coaches that helped me along the way to keep my mindset, to learn new skills, to perfection my systems that I needed to put in place to get my business going. I feel a big responsibility to share that with others as a leader. I feel the responsibility not only to share with others what I've been able to accomplish, but guide them through the process of how to overcome those self-doubt, self-worthiness. Biggest thing I always find when I speak to loan officers in the real estate profession is always, we know there's a big opportunity out there to make good money, to have a good lifestyle. But a lot of times we don't believe we deserve it. So mindset is huge. Another thing that I find a lot of times that we don't have, it's the right setting, the right people around us. We need to surround ourselves with the right people to keep us going. One of the things I've learned in some of the books that I've read is you become the people that you surround yourself with. So the 5 people that you spend the most time with are typically the ones that influence you the most. So be very careful. Who do you spend time with? Who do you surround yourself with? Are they helping you? Are they pushing you to grow? Are they motivating you to be better? So for me, it's huge. So coaching definitely fulfills. And that's what really motivates me nowadays, because I'm able to take someone who does not believe that they can make 100,000 and they do it, or they don't believe that they can close 3 to 5 loans a month, and then we get to the process of getting them to do 2, getting them to do 3, and then before you know, they can do 5. And then if you can do 5, you can do 10. So biggest thing with coaching is helping others believe in themselves, helping others tap into their true potential. There have been times that I sit with someone and they'll say, I don't think I can do it. And then finding the right angle to see things and overcome their fears, and showing them how to get to that first goal of 2 to 3 loans per month. And once they get there, it's so easy to go to 5. It's so easy to go to 10. So definitely, I think for me, coaching is what I see myself doing the most in the next few years. I am committed to my community. I am committed to my people. And obviously, loan officers is someone that I truly believe that I can teach how to, because that's what I'm doing. And I always felt like if you're going to teach someone something, this is one of my mentors used to say, don't listen to what people say, listen to what people do. So if you're doing loans, you can teach me how to do loans. But you can't teach me how to do loans if you're doing other stuff. So when you're looking to become a doctor, you're going to go to medicine school. So if you're looking to be a better loan officer, I think you need to find someone who's doing what you want to do, have the results that you want. And if you do what they do, you might get what they got. So biggest thing, find a mentor. It's so important. It is crucial that you surround yourself with the right people. It is crucial that you look for the right environment for you to grow. And most importantly, get ready and believe in yourself that you can achieve anything. You can have anything in life that you want if you're willing to put the work. Something that I also had to overcome over the years, and I feel that it's important to share, is when we talk about self-worthiness. I remember one of the biggest limited beliefs that I had was that I need to work really hard to make a lot of money. And to be honest, you don't. I know it sounds a little, but let me tell you, you only have 24 hours a day. And you can only do so much in those 24 hours. So finding the right systems, implementing the right strategies, and finding the right coaching so you can do more with less will be able to help you make more money doing less work. So again, you do have to do the activities, you do have to put in the work, but you don't have to work really hard. You should work smarter, not harder. So I hope this makes sense for you, and I'm excited to be a coach nowadays. Now, life is a juggling act. I've been asked this question many times about how do you balance work, life, kids, and all of that. And I'll tell you, there's not a perfect balance. However, I have discovered that what is important for me is hold myself accountable to my words and my actions. And through the coaching and mentorship, I have been able to do that for others, and I always have to do it for myself. So when I tell my kids I'm going to be at their games, I make sure that I clear my schedule to be at their games. When I have appointments with clients and the schedule comes later, and I'll tell my kids, unfortunately, I'm not going to be at that game, but I will be in my office because I have an appointment. So for me, it's just being able to say yes when I'm able to be there for them, and sometimes saying no if I can't. But finding the perfect balance, I think there's never going to be such a thing, but finding the way to keep your word. So if you say you're going to do something, you better do it. And that's something that my dad taught me. He said, he's a man of a word, and he always said, if you say you're going to do something, you better deliver. So I had implemented that with my kids, and I keep on telling them and reminding them every single day, say yes or say no. But don't say yes and then don't show up, or don't do the things you say you're going to do, because people will remember you for that. So it's very important as I coach others to make sure that you understand there is a big responsibility on our shoulders. We're helping families finance their biggest investment. So just keep that in mind. And the biggest thing for me is, again, holding myself accountable, keeping myself going, even though when I feel sometimes that I don't have the energy, or that's not my perfect day, but I still get up if I have told someone that I'm going to meet them at 10 in the morning or 8 in the morning. So please know the perfect balance. There's never going to be such a thing. However, you make the most out of it, and just keeping yourself accountable. When you say something, please deliver. So that's a little bit about who Bertha is, who am I, where I came from, and just wanted to share with you. I'm so grateful and proud of what I've been able to accomplish and the opportunities that have come my way that I've been able to take advantage. I feel so amazingly grateful to the mentors, to the people that have made a difference in my life, or the people that were there when I needed them the most, my teachers, my managers, the people that were along the way, picked me up when I needed to be picked up, got on my case when it needed to be done, and hold me accountable during those times that I didn't want to get up, or didn't want to go to that meeting, or I didn't want to go to that event. And I still make me go through that. I think if there's anyone that I can specifically say thank you, it's going to be to me, because I was able to just overcome whatever came my way and just decided to keep going, even when I didn't feel like doing it. One of the things that I see nowadays as a way of me paying it forward is helping others, keeping other people uncomfortable, keeping other people accountable to their words, to their goals, to their dreams, and making sure they stay on track. So please know that if you're coaching with me, and if I'm sending you a text, it's because I want to see you succeed. I want to have your results speak for themselves, and I want you to feel proud of yourself tomorrow. Just know that I'm here to make a difference. I know there's a purpose. Everybody has a purpose, and I think I found mine, which is helping others believe in themselves, chase those dreams. Don't settle. Don't believe when people tell you, well, that's going to be difficult. I don't think you have what it takes. Prove them wrong. Go out and make it happen, if you want to do that. Find whatever that career is that is going to fulfill you, that is going to get you up in the morning, and it's going to get you to jump out of bed and just be excited about that day, because I know I have it, and I am so happy that I'm able to get up every morning knowing that I'm going to go and make a difference on someone's life, whether it's buying a home or whether it's coaching them to do a better loan offers, to be a better business owner, to be a better real estate professional. We are here to make a difference in this world, and we can do it if we help each other and if we keep each other accountable. So I think the word for me is always going to be accountability, because if you say you're going to do something, you better deliver. And thank you so much for being part of this community. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in every week when we release new episodes. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. We're going to continue to bring more stories that will motivate you and inspire you to go out and do and be your best.
Thank you for listening to the Level Up Podcast. You can subscribe to the show on iTunes, Spotify, or anywhere else podcasts are found, so you'll never miss a show. While you're at it, if you found value in this show, you can leave a 5-star review on iTunes. Or if you'd simply tell a friend about the show, that would help us out too. Until next time, we hope you level up.